Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Stay-at-Home Bookkeeper Behind the Business. And today we have a fun one. We are here to talk about a conversation that is going to hit home for a lot of you. We're talking about what we call the pivot, what it looks like when the path you were on in life is no longer serving you, and how to make that transition into something completely new. So we know that so many people here watching us, our show, engaging with our materials are thinking, can I really do this? Am I too far into my current career to make a change? Will my past experience even matter? Well, we have a really awesome guest today that I'm very excited. This is Rachel Shaughnessy. Hey Rachel, how you doing?
Hey, I'm pretty good. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So Rachel is not only a very, very close personal friend of mine, went to school together and have lived a lot of life as great friends, but she is also our student journey coordinator here at the Stay-at-Home Bookkeeper. But she's worn many, many hats in our organization. She has seen the good, the bad, the ugly, every student situation, every journey path in life that we have with our friends coming through here in the academy. Before all of this, before her work with us, she was actually an opera singer. So her story is such a powerful example of how you can pivot in your life and use transferable skills that you may not have realized that you have and build a completely new chapter. I want you to share with me, as we're talking about your journey, you started as a musician and now you are working in admin, working here with us and our students. Was there a moment in your life when you realized that path you were on wasn't serving you anymore? And what did that feel like? Let's get vulnerable.
I think it was a combination of things for sure, but the primary thing that woke me up was COVID and
Mhm.
seeing what that did to the opera industry and to all kinds of our entertainment friends. It's hard to even file for unemployment, what happens when all of your gigs are knocked out from underneath your feet. It kind of got me thinking, is that worth it to me? Is that
Mhm.
the risk of that worth it to have this performance career? Or do I really prioritize other things now? And so that was part of it. And then having a very loving partner who I maybe didn't want to be away from for
Mhm.
3/4 of the year. All of those things, it kind of clicked to me one day.
Mhm.
Wow, it would be so great to have the flexibility to travel, to be like right now I'm
And
in
not for
Michigan
work,
and not for
not
work,
only for work.
right? Like
Yeah.
I can, yeah, I'm at my sister's house here in northern Michigan just for a few weeks. I brought my desk and my double monitors and I'm just chilling
Mhm.
and having fun here in the summer in northern Michigan. So
I love it. So
yeah,
you found some flexibility. And what I want to key into is you said you realized that the life you were going towards didn't necessarily center anymore around the priorities that you had. Now, I want to acknowledge this because some people may be on here thinking, huh, opera, I'm not an opera singer. How is this relevant to me? And what I want to key into is a lot of us in life, we build up in one direction. In one career, we think we are going to be this one thing and we build our personality around it. And like Rachel shared, it was no longer serving what her priorities were. So where do you go from there? Let's talk about that. A lot of people at that crux point, at that fork in the road, feel like starting over means that their previous skills, their previous experiences no longer matter. So
mm,
how did you realize you had transferable skills in the life that you were building and could carry that into a new career?
yeah. Well, I want to start with at first I was that person. I did think I don't have any transferable skills. Like I popped into this career and looked at myself and thought like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna
Mhm.
do? I'm an expert at this other thing. And then I was shocked at how much I knew. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I was like, wow, I have this amazing collection of skills and context. I know how to work with people. I know how to keep myself organized, all because of studying to be an opera singer, which
Mhm.
trust me, I'm sure the rest of our audience has even easier transferable skills. It's a technical term, than being an opera singer. But even in this super specific niche career, I
Mhm.
found a treasure trove
Mhm.
of
Of
transferable
skills,
skills.
really of skills. You
Yeah.
know, your ability to communicate, to work under pressure, to perform when you need to perform, and then relax and be
Yeah.
vulnerable and be what you need when you're able to. You know, organization, organizing as you're essentially your own business owner whenever you're a musician,
Hmm.
different things like that. And so when you start to make that pivot and you take that first step of committing and thinking, "Oh, okay, this isn't so scary. I just needed to, take that first action." So
Yeah.
I want to get into that because committing to that change is the hardest part sometimes.
Yeah.
So what did you find most challenging when you were at that crux point of making that pivot? What action did you find most challenging that kind of took you into a new world?
I don't know that it was an action I found most challenging, but what was challenging for me was thinking that I was permanently shutting a door.
Mm,
I think that kind of tied into thinking all this work and time and energy I had put into something else was going to go down the drain. I know,
mhm,
So it was challenging for me to think that I'm going to take this new path and close that door.
mhm,
But in reality, the door didn't close. That all my past experience contributed to my success now.
mhm.
So I know that's kind of a non-answer, but that's the truth. It was
Well,
that.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's totally an answer and it's totally relatable. And I want whoever, if you're on, to comment below and say, have you ever felt like you've been at this point? You feel like you need to make a change and your heart is telling you that you want to, but all these external factors, your history, what have you done? What are people going to think about me when they see that I'm no longer pursuing this one thing? I'm no longer working in this version of a corporate job. Um, um, the fear, the judgment, everything that lives in there, that's completely relatable.
Mm-hmm.
So what did it take to commit to taking that first step and say, you know what, I'm gonna transition, I'm gonna pursue something else?
I mean, it took the support, it took your support, really. It took the support of like my circle, my what we would call advisors,
Mhm,
to say that this to take a leap of faith because it's
mhm,
worth it. And at the time I needed permission from,
mhm,
but we're now I've learned some valuable lessons. I know all I needed to do is say like I'm just gonna do it scared.
mhm.
But yeah,
Yep.
it just took a couple of like, you got it, you got this, push through. It's going to be worth it. It's, short term pain for long term gain, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
was
love that.
part
And
of it.
I want to key into that because I want to the reason why we're hosting these lives and we are having lots of different people on is we want to demonstrate the relatable human experience that is you're going one direction in your life and you decide you want to make a change and that's scary. And a lot of people experience that. And when we experience that fear, we think we're alone. And there's shame in that no one else has experienced this, but really we're trying to shed light on it's totally possible to make a change. You just need the right people around you and the right support and structure. So what you just keyed into, having a community of people to support you, that's what we believe here at the Stay-at-Home Bookkeeper about building. Is because it's a scary transition to make, to decide I'm going to invest in myself and start a business in an area that I don't have a lot of experience in. So we want to provide that support for people that you said you were able to experience in your own life, to lean on to make that change. So everyone who's here, if you are watching this and you are feeling that call to make a pivot in your life, but you don't know where to start, we'd love to talk with you. So go ahead and scan this QR code. This will take you to a page where you can find a time to chat with our team and we can learn about you, your experience. Where are you? Where have you been? Where do you want to go? And we will fill in the dots and show you how you can get there. So scan this QR code. You can also click the link down below. And like I said, book a time with our team members. If you want to work with people like Rachel, the rest of our team who's here to hold you accountable, help change your life, this is that first step to take. So go ahead and book a call. And we're excited to chat with you. So thank you, Rachel, and thank you, everybody. And we will see you on the next one. Bye bye.